Hey kiddos. All right, let's talk about your research project. Yay! I hope you're saying yay because you get to pick what it is. You have two choices, and we're going to talk about that. So, this is completely based off of our reading of The Breadwinner. And yesterday, you learned about how Deborah Ellis is a humanitarian and she donated all of her book sale earnings to a charity organization or an aid organization that was passionate to her, that she was passionate about, was meaningful to her. So you'd spent a lot of time yesterday researching an aid organization that was meaningful to you from the list I provided. Now, using the information you collected, you will now have two options for your project. You can write a letter to the aid organization or create a presentation. So just keep reading. I'll read it to you. I'll post this too so you can refer back to it. And you're going to have the next 3 days to complete your project. All right, let's take a look. So this looks like a lot of words, but I need you to read through it. I'll read it for you now, but keep this handy if you choose this option, because these are the guidelines for doing this. So option number 1, write a letter. Compose a formal business letter to the aid organization you researched, requesting more information about the organization's mission. Follow the structure of a formal letter by including the date and the organization's name and address before the salutation. That means the greeting, like good evening or good morning or dear, and the body of the letter. Keep the tone of your writing formal. No, hey, what's up? Or shortened text type words like the letter U. Request information in a courteous and respectful way and tell the organization why it's meaningful to you. Include your name and address at the end of the letter. You might find that I might mail these. You never know. Here are the guidelines. So if you choose this option, I do have a format that I'd like you to follow. It's broken down, shows you how your letter should be typed or handwritten neatly. You can type it in Google Docs or neatly handwrite your letter on lined loose leaf paper. Make sure you're using the general format that I linked above. That'll make sure that you have all the points that you need. The body of the letter, the main portion where you do most of your writing, must be at least 8 to 10 well-formed, complete sentences. Your final draft of the letter can have 0 grammar or spelling errors. This is a formal letter after all, right? Read your letter out loud to a grown-up, then ask them to read through it to make corrections to grammar and spelling. Please don't skip this step. It's very obvious when you have skipped this step, so please do this step. Last but not least, spend the next 3 days on this assignment. No letters can be turned in today. 0. I don't expect and I don't want any letters turned in today. I will begin to allow letters to be turned in starting Thursday, with the final deadline being 11:59 p.m. on Friday. I know Friday is not a formal school day, but I wanted to give you that extra day if you needed it. Instructions for turning in your assignment will be posted in Google Classroom on Thursday. All right, that's option 1. Option 2, if you want something a little bit more like photos and visual, here's your option. Create a presentation. Now that means I'm not going to make you come stand up in front of class or record yourself reading a presentation like what I'm doing here, but you will be expected to create a Google slideshow like what I use here or a PowerPoint slideshow. So let's talk about it. Create a Google slideshow that uses both text and visual elements to share what you learned about the organization. Now that was all done on your first day of research. Make sure your presentation is organized so that your audience can easily understand the information. I am your audience, okay? So I will be the one that sees this, nobody else. Use facts from your research and visuals, that means photos or video clips from the website to support your statement. The website is your aid organization's website, not Wikipedia, nothing like that. It has to be their actual website that you're getting your information from. Be sure to include why this aid organization is meaningful to you. Why did you pick it? Guidelines. So although I prefer Google Slides because it's easily shared with me, you can also use PowerPoint. Your slideshow should have at least 8 total slides, 8 separate slides. Your presentation should include the following: name and logo of organization, the mission statement of the organization that can absolutely be found on their website. What does the organization do? Who do they serve? Where do they serve? Why is the organization meaningful to you? Pictures and text to complete each slide and prompt above. You must have pictures. You must have text. Text are words. Your final presentation can have 0 grammar or spelling errors. Show your presentation to a grown-up, then ask them to make changes if needed for grammar and spelling. Again, do not skip this step. It is so important and obvious when you do skip it. Spend the next 2 or 3 days on this assignment. No projects, 0, can be turned in today. I will begin to allow presentations or projects to be turned in starting Thursday, with the final deadline being 11:59 p.m. That's just before midnight on Friday. Instructions for turning in your assignment will be posted in Google Classroom Thursday. Now, here's the check to see if you stayed on and listened to this presentation. This is your participation points for the day. If you do not do this, you get a 0 in language arts today. Send me a quick email to let me know what option you chose before 11:59 p.m. tonight. Tonight, you have to email me. If you are not comfortable with email or haven't ventured into the email scene yet, we got to get you hooked up. I understand, though. You can also comment on the Google assignment today and let me know what you chose. Email works best, but if you want to comment on a Google assignment for ELA today, telling me what option you chose, you can do that too. Your email will count as your day 2 research project points, and don't miss out. Okay? My email address is bburton@kcsmn.org. All right? Good luck, guys. I can't wait to hear what you choose. I hope I gave you some cool options for my writers and for my visual learners. All right, let's do this. Good luck.